Today we will going to cover email security topic. It is one of the important topic from unit number 4 of of cryptography and information security subject. And in email security, we are going to study why we need email security, what is the importance of email security, and why email security is very important nowadays. So let's start with the topic email security. Email privacy is a broad topic dealing with issues of unauthorized access and inspection of electronic mail. As you all know that email is one of the best communication way nowadays, because each and every enterprise, each and every organizations and each and every company and even individual persons are using email as the most authentic way of communication for exchanging the data between them. So how we can protect them, how we can protect email from the unauthorized access. And this unauthorized access can happen while an email is in the transit, because if you want to send any email, then it will not send to be directly to the receiver. First it will get buffered in the email servers, and from the email servers it will be delivered in the individual user computers. So how we can protect the possibility of unauthorized access of the emails? It is one of the burning issues nowadays in cyber security world. So because email is like the previous kinds of postcard that you are sending from one person to another person, in which you are going to maintain some address for the communication, like the sender address, like the receiver address. And similarly in many countries, with the constitutional guarantee of the secrecy of the correspondence means the person who is willingly to receive the email, or intentionally we are sending them email, whether email can be equated with letters and has illegal protection from all form of eavesdropping, comes under questions because of the very nature of the email. So email, if we can't secure the email, then it will be a very typical issue, because nowadays it is one of the important way of communication. And in order to make it very important, and therefore some legal actions are to be there in order to complete it. And this is especially important as relatively more communication occurs via email compared via postal mail. Nowadays if you want to send any data to someone else, then email is one of the most feasible way to communicate your matter to someone. So now postal mails are very obsolete nowadays, and email uh, messaging is very important and very convenient, and also updated as well. Because if in the postal mail you can't send some images, you need to take its print out, while in the email you can attach it as an attachment. If you want to send video, then in the postal mail it is not possible at all, while in the emailing system you can send some video, audio, and even a lengthy file of more than 25 MB, you can send it with the help of email. Therefore the uses of email is tremendously increases nowadays, and many peoples, many companies, many organizations, many enterprises, many individuals are using email as the best way of communication. So therefore it definitely requires some legal protections from the unauthorized access. So an email has to go through potentially untrustworthy intermediate computers, that is the email servers, and the ISP, that is called the internet service providers. Because when you are sending the email, it will first get stored in the intermediate node, and from the intermediate node it will get distributed to the dedicated recipient. So email servers need to be secure, need to be enhanced security of the email servers in order to ensure that so it was accessed by an authorized unauthorized entity through the process of information traveling from user to the social web service provider. Data acquisition is taking place, and most of the time without the user knowing. So without, because you don't know what is happening behind the email server. When you just compose an email and when you click on the send button, then you can't ensure that what is the process that is going behind the scene. So in order to ensure the security of the emailing system 100%, you need to apply some mechanism, some method in order to provide them security and the guarantee. So there are certain data collection methods, routers that are used for data privacy concerns, but there are other that can be harmful to the user. Suppose if you want to send the data, then some intermediate nodes are there, some intermediate nodes are involved there, which will handle the issues of data collections. So this is different from a letter sealed in an envelope, and where by close inspections of the envelope it might be possible to determine if it is had been previously opened or not. Because when you are sending some postal messages, some postal mail, then with by seeing the envelope and by seeing its closing seal, you can identify that yes, it will get open in between the in between before reaching it to the destination. But in case of email, you can't identify it, and you need to apply some strict procedures in order to make it ensure that it is not being opened in between. So what are the best possible possibilities that our data can be steal in between? So this is all about the email security and why we need the email security.